Yes, this is a new feature of Zoom where we get everybody's permission. I hope it's all right. If anybody's not comfortable with having their face in the video, we will be sharing this to our YouTube channel after this event and sending it around to potential partners. So feel free to pop off your video at any point if that's not okay for you. I'm going to pull up my screen here in a second if I can get some permission to share.
Go ahead, Mary.
Thanks. Okay, everybody see my slides? Awesome. So thank you so much for being here and welcome everyone to our second Pitch and Bridge competition organized in conjunction with the Summerside, City of Summerside and the Summerside Exchange Program and Input Hungary. My name is Mary Alcantara. I'll be your host for today. And I'd like to welcome you all. I'd like to welcome our members of the jury, fellow board members from Smart Landing Program Canada and the Summerside Exchange Program, our mentors, startups, friends of input, distinguished partners, and guests joining us here today. We are so excited to have you all with us. We have a great lineup today of 9 startups from 4 different countries, providing innovation in energy storage and management. And as excited as we are to hear their pitches, this is not just your typical startup competition, it's a whole lot more. So we're really happy to have a lot of different people today from many different backgrounds and countries, and happy to welcome you all to this community. Whether you're here because of your interest in the sector or wanted to just learn more about the Pitch and Bridge event series and what this is all about, we really welcome you and hope that you enjoy today's program. So as I mentioned, we will be recording the event. Make sure to keep yourself on mute if you're not talking. Please, if everybody could take a moment to just change after your name, just go ahead and write if you're a mentor, a startup, a partner, or a member of the jury, and that will help us stay organized and make sure we can run a smooth event today. So I'm just going to do a rundown of the agenda before we go on to the main event. We wanted to give you a little bit of an intro about who we are, why we're doing this. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Smart Landing Program Canada, and then we're going to hear from Mike, one of our partners in the Smart Landing Program Canada and also the founder of the Summerside Exchange Program, and then tell you a little bit about our other strong partners without whom this event would not be possible, Input Program and Scale and Connect. Then we will dive right into the pitches. We have 3 minutes for the pitches and 3 minutes Q&A with our jury. And then we are going to split up. Most of you are going to go and do the networking portion of the event in a platform called Gather Round. Kata, my co-host here, will facilitate that portion. And then I will go with the jury into a breakout room. We're going to stay here in the Zoom while we deliberate and get to the final winners for today's event. We're going to have more details on exactly how the networking is going to work as we get to that part. We sent this all out. We also shared around a networking catalog. So we're going to try to prioritize creating connections for our startups that are participating today. But that being said, if there's somebody that you saw in the catalog that you'd really like to talk to, and for whatever reason you weren't matched with them today, go ahead and reach out to them. There's contact details in that catalog. We hope that this is a living, breathing community and that you meet some new friends today. And then we'll all come back at about 10 minutes before closing to make the announcements for our top 3 winners and close out today's event. So as I mentioned, my name is Mary Alcantara. I'm joined today with Kata Magyar, my program manager. We're representing the Smart Landing Program. Smart Landing Program is a global network of locations that we're really trying to empower entrepreneurs on their journey. We support companies through tailor-made programs. We're really trying to do 2 things: help companies build new traction and get funding from a new market. Canada is our flagship location. We have a strong presence there with several strategic key partners, one of whom you will hear from in a moment. And we serve these partners in Canada by really serving as kind of a business attraction agency. So we're identifying quality startups and scale-ups in their fields of interest and helping bring them into Canada and help them get access to those programs. We organized this Pitch and Bridge event series around particular industries. Our first event was focused on biotech, health tech, and med tech, and this one is focused on innovation in energy. But we aim to organize events like this worldwide. So if you are interested in setting up a smart landing program in your country, or if you would like to run a pitch and bridge to attract global startups and talent to your ecosystem, feel free to get in touch with me and Kata after this event, and we will be happy to discuss that with you further. Okay, and now I would like to give the word to one of our dear friends and partners in today's event, Mike Thasuska. He is a pioneering economic developer from the city of Summerside and the founder of the new Summerside Exchange program. Mike, welcome, and will you say a few words for us?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary. First off, congratulations to all our finalists today. I know firsthand the journey you've been on, and it's not easy, trust me, but it's well worth it. So congratulations. To the mentors, I really appreciate, and we really appreciate the effort you've put into this program. I know volunteering time is a passion, and we very much appreciate it. To the jury members, certainly, thanks for being part of this process today. I've been involved in the previous one, and I think you'll find it very exciting. The Summerside Exchange is kind of the next evolution in our innovation journey in Summerside. We've had a proud history, somewhat by accident, but somewhat by a structured approach to create an innovation ecosystem that helps companies gain traction in North America and help them to grow. And so what we're trying to do today under the exchange program is just kind of put together a more structured approach to help us grow that footprint in North America. We've had significant success in the past, and we look forward to significant success into the future. Certainly our goal under the exchange is jobs, money, and awareness, and helping companies to achieve all of that, as well as helping our community to do that as well. So enjoy today. And I know that we're looking at one winner out of today, but you're all winners in our minds by making it this far in this journey, and appreciate all the effort that you put into it. So with that, I'll turn it back to Mary, and thanks very much. Look forward to the day.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mike. So the main prize for today's event will be fast track access into the exchange, the new program that Mike mentioned a few words about, which includes a pilot with the city of Summerside. And we'll also have 2 runners up who will receive a dedicated mentoring package from Summerside's experts. So we have 1 main prize and two runners up for today. We could also not have done this event without the close collaboration with our partners at Input. I have everybody here who was a big contributor, but I'd like to invite Angela Gustos to say a few words from Input side.
Thank you, Mary. I'll be very quick. We are very happy to be the co-organizers of this global initiative, which facilitates international collaborations. I'd like to grab the opportunity and thank our partners who supported us in the recruitment process. With your help, we could get access to these quality European startups we are going to hear today. So I'm really excited for your pitches, and good luck, everyone.
Great, thank you so much, Angi. And our other strong partner who provided the mentoring for all of the startups during this event, we have Scale and Connect, and that's represented by 2 lovely ladies, Alexandra Case and Victoria Masso. And I'd like to ask Victoria just to say a few words of welcome.
Yeah, hi everyone, welcome. I'm very, very excited to see all of you guys here and that you went through this journey together. I'm so excited for our mentors and the startups that made it, and I can't wait to hear your pitches and what you have prepped for us. So congratulations again, and I'm really looking forward to see this journey with you.
Great, thank you, Victoria. So Scale and Connect provided mentors. Scale and Connect has a variety of different mentoring programs that are quite exciting. And we teamed up to produce something new for this Pitch and Bridge event series, where each of the startups that were selected as finalists got paired with a mentor, and they had 2 different sessions to prepare over the past 5 weeks. So I'd like to give a special shout out and thank you to all of our mentors who joined from Scale and Connect. When I say your name, just feel free to wave so everybody knows who you are. We have Andrew Robel, Delphine Adenot Owusu, Lucas Neves, Jacek Bukowicki, Bill Kenny, Tomasz Jawor, Akos Tolnai, Svetal Kumar, Naomi Nash, and Nyedya Kalakante. Thank you so much to our mentors for dedicating your time and experience to our startups. I'm sure that we're going to see the fruits of your labors very quickly in these amazing pitches that we have coming up. And now I'd like to introduce our jury. So we have an esteemed panel of 5 members of our jury, made up of a mix of PEI experts and community members and board members of the Summerside Exchange. We have Wayne Simmons with us from the University of PEI. Wayne, if you're there, maybe wave a quick hello. Greg Goody, the Director of the Municipal Services and Utilities in the City of Summerside. Welcome, Greg. We have Jeff Cormier, lawyer, also fellow board member on the Summerside Exchange. Hi, Jeff. Thanks for being here. We have Ron Sege, a partner in Benhamo Global Ventures, also a member of the Summerside Exchange board. And Jason, hi Ron, thanks for being here. And Jason Aspen, also a board member of Summerside Exchange and founder of Aspen Camp and Associates.
Hey everybody.
Hi Jason. All right. So I think everybody has themselves labeled properly. I think we are about ready to get started. So as I mentioned, the pitches, we are going to keep a tight schedule. I have my timer set up here on my phone, 3 minutes to the clock, 3 minutes followed by 3 minutes of Q&A. And then we'll take a break and go into our deliberation. So this is the lineup for the pitches. And the way it's going to work is that startup founders, you will present your slides from your own device. So when it's your turn, please be ready to turn on the screen share and start going. So this is the order. We'll paste this in the chat as well. We are going to kick off with Pedalite and Biofuel Lab. You are on deck. So with that, I am going to stop my share. And will the Pedalite team please stand up?
Yeah, hello everyone.
All right.
You've put me on the edge now. Share screen. Let me go. All right.
Awesome. Thank you for being quick on your feet here.
That's okay. All good. Let me know when you want to start the timer.
We see your screen, and as soon as you start going, I will start the timer.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Lee. I'm the CEO and founder of Pedalite. We are an advanced electric charging technology business based in the UK. We're here to solve a fundamental problem that we see that in existing charging infrastructure around the world. We've got 124 million electric vehicles need to be on the roads by 2030. And the charging infrastructure isn't up to scratch. Fundamentally, everyone uses the same technology under the hood, whether it's Tesla, ABB, Tritium. There's quite a few companies there, all fundamentally use the same technology. What we've done at Pedalite is create a new platform of converting AC to DC, which is called our SDC technology. What that means to the user, around 125 million vehicles, I'm going to skip through this one because I realize I've only got 3 minutes. The market possibility is significant, especially in electric vehicle charging technology. So that is your slow charging at home and also your fast on the road technology. So your superchargers. Existing charging issues. So this is what all the other market leaders are using at the moment. They all use the same technology under the hood. They have these same issues. They use expensive components. They have 2-year warranties. That is, to be honest, crazy when you think about a business model that is over a decade to make your return on investment and to maximize your investment potential at the beginning and your capital expenditure. And we've identified this with customers, people who use car chargers. They always break, they're hard to repair, they don't last long. And so we set out 7 years ago to reinvent the way you turn AC to DC. So we're not tweaking an existing recipe. We've created a new menu altogether. And so Pedalite SDC is a fundamental change. It changes the way hardware works. It changes the way you convert AC to DC. And these are the results you see on the right-hand side. This is what all the existing car companies use and charger companies use. And straight away, you can see the difference. It means 4 times longer life. So you've got chargers that operate for decades, not just 2 years. You've got multiple redundancy and half the parts. And you as an operator of those chargers can understand that. We've got all the good stuff. It contributes towards good climate sustainability. So long life, high maintenance, low maintenance systems that just are reliable and work. These are the concept designs that we've already got in the market going towards a fuel station of the future, so a gas station of the future. And we've got smaller units that go into homes. We've got a team of 20 people now that work on our charging technology, that work through software, that work through intellectual property. So we've got a very strong IPR base and we have good customers. And I'm going to skip a little bit further ahead because I know I'm about to lose. And we've got a very good team of 20 people, and we have private investment and government funding investment, and we are doing a round in Q1 of 2022. So we are looking for initial interest of options for our next round of 20 million minimum. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. We're going to go to questions from our jury. And jury, I forgot to mention, we're not going to be collecting your scores or evaluations, but please, as you go through, take notes in front of you. It will help the deliberation go by a lot quicker. And I'm going to ask you for your top 3 when we go into the breakout room. So with that, questions from our jury for Mr. Purnell.
Thanks very much for your presentation. What's your biggest differentiator between your competitors?
Very simply, we are half the deployment cost of any other car company in the world. We last 4 times longer than any other car company in the world. So if you're trying to maximize your return on investment, just imagine the business model of a gas station. This stuff lasts 4 times longer. So nobody else has that claim. Nobody else has that ability. The average warranty period in the market is 2 years.
So I got a question here from Summerside. What's your plans on control or storage with the charging station to make sure that the electrical infrastructure can work seamlessly with your product, specifically your charging station?
Yeah, our fast chargers, so our bulk charging stations, are more focused around how you connect it to the grid. So we are a software-based intelligent platform. So when people talk about smart cities, we're at the very extreme end of smart cities. You have to do that. We have battery backups. You only use the batteries that are on the site as a last resort. Really, you can maximize your potential using software. So we are the best in the world at that. Like, very simply, we have thought of those things.
Hey, Lee, interesting presentation. What's your go-to-market plan? We were an early investor in ChargePoint, and that was one of the biggest challenges.
Yep. So there's a list here. We do partnerships. So we're focused on IP and partnership strategies. So we do contract manufacturing. We don't make our own chargers. We contract that stuff out, and that's really important that we focus on long-term partnerships. And why that works really well is you also focus on a charging as a service model. So because we vertically integrate all of our hardware, all of our software, all of our intellectual property, you're basically maximizing that return on investment through a revenue model based on the amount of energy sold. So it is different to the normal charger operators, but we also have a lot of IPR in hardware and software.
From Jason's side, question, are you selling energy or are you selling chargers, I guess, is one question. And you mentioned that it's patented technologies, that the power conversion side that's patented, or is it you're just doing it differently than most retail chargers do? I'd be interested in answers on both those.
Yeah, so in terms of the revenue model, it's hybrid. Our ultimate aim is to go full energy sales model, but there are intermediate steps there. So we offer reduced discounts to the customers. So we don't make profit at the beginning, we cover costs, and then we make revenue based on the sale of the kilowatt hour basis. In regards to intellectual property, it is a fundamental new way of charging AC to DC. If you handed what we do to any power electronics engineer around the world, they would think that we're selling black magic. I'm not being hyperbolic there. It's significant. It's not a one little component change. It's not a circuit change. It's a principle change. So the IPR is very broad.
And that's the element that's patented? Sorry.
Yes, it is. It's kind of like, if you know how like James Dyson and the vacuum cleaners work, they have a principal vacuum area, and then they have multiple patents that surround that principle, and that's what we do.
All right, exciting stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And looking forward to digging in more. All right, Biofuel Lab, you are up, and WinTech, you're on deck. Okay. We
Sorry.
see your
Yes, hello.
screen.
Yes,
Great.
Petteri Salonen.
Hi. Yep, can hear you.
Yes, I am CEO of Finrenes Oy. We have a product called Biofuel Fab, and we are in the business of biofuels and carbon capture. How does it change? Oh, sorry. Oh, yes. The needs and challenges where we are working. We need traffic fuels without food resources. We need to produce more food for the people in the world, so we need more fertilizers, but we should prevent those nutrients flowing to waters and causing eutrophication. We need to do carbon capture in commercial sense, terms, so that it's profitable. And we also need to provide control power to wind and solar. Those are the future main energy sources, but there is not always sunshine or wind, so we need to have some backup. So we have developed technology, which is in a nutshell like this. We use waste biomass, which means here difficult biomass like wood, hogwood, wood bark, coconut hulls, straw, and even animal manure. We treat that biomass, the woody lignocellulosic mass, with steam with our special process, so that we are able to produce biogas. And biomass that doesn't turn into biogas, we make brown pellets out of that. And how we use this biogas? Well, with it we replace the fossil fuels. We provide traffic fuel without edible resources, and we can also provide gas to energy production. And the brown pellets can be also used for energy production. We can replace fossil coal with that. That's a fully renewable fuel. We can do carbon capture with these brown pellets by using those as fertilizers, releasing slowly nutrients. The customers we have identified, and we have tracked the biogas plants, wood chip companies, pellet manufacturers, large-scale agribusinesses, straw and animal manure fuel distributors, and forest companies and service providers. Team, myself, I'm founder. I have long experience in technology development, international business. Rami, our business advisor, has a very extensive experience of international business and investment projects. Juha Roppo comes from academy and business life with a biomass knowledge. Reijo Järvi has been constructing biogas plants a long time all around the world. Business model, our business model is licensing. We have a partner network for manufacturing. Our technology is patented, granted in Finland and USA, still pending in Canada. And why we would be a great fit for Canada? Because Finland is like Canada. Canada is just bigger. There's winter woods and long distances. We have been managing living here 2,000 years without any other resources. So we know how to get everything out of what. We believe we are the best fit for Canadian market. We have a...
And we are running out of time, as you set a nice timer for yourself. Thank you.
Okay, we seek for funding. We can go more into the details later. And we have received a lot of different kind of rewards.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, great. Let's go into the Q&A. So do we have questions from the jury for Biofuel Lab?
Petteri, it's Ron Segi. What are you actually selling? Sorry, I must have missed that.
We are licensing our technology, pretreatment technology for wood, and we are working with our partners to deliver plants. So we seek for customers, which are the 6 groups, pellet manufacturers and biogas plants. And we provide them this biofuel fab to make biogas and brown pellets out of wood. And I know you got a lot of wood in Canada, so I was promising to make Canada the next Saudi Arabia, just a sustainable one.
Just a question here from Summerside. What's your scalability on your business model? Like what size or investment are you looking at per licensing? Just get an idea on the scale.
It's actually excellent. We are looking for single container based, 2 container based model for the smallest establishment. We can scale that up to as much as we want. Of course, the biomass logistics come then on a way, and it doesn't make sense to make very huge installations, but we can go 100 kilotons dry mass to 500,000 tons of.
And what would one container roughly cost as an investment for the license? Just rough numbers.
We have this concept biofuel fab. The smallest one is roughly 500,000 euros. It depends slightly on what you want there, what you need there, and what you want to do with the biogas. Do you want to refine to RNG, or are you using that for heating and that stuff?
Okay, thank you.
One last question from Jason.
Yeah, thanks. Just wondering what is the real differentiator there? You mentioned that the technology is patented. Biogas has been around for a while. What is making your system different from what exists in industry now?
We are the first one, and to my knowledge, the only one who can make biogas out of wood, hardwood and softwood by anaerobic digestion. So nobody does that, at least to our knowledge, not at least on a commercial scale. But we have been able to create that kind of a technology with energy circulation that is a commercially viable way to produce biogas out of wood.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you to the Biofuel Lab team. Okay, Wintak, you are up.
Yes.
And EcoSync, you are on deck.
Thank you very much. Let me know when I can start.
Yeah, you can go ahead and pull up your screen, your slides.
Hopefully my screen is being seen right now.
No, we don't see it yet.
Okay. There you go.
There we go.
All right. My name is Maciej Karczewski, and I'm CEO of Wintak, a Polish company operating in wind energy industry. We design, manufacture, and install innovative aerodynamic upgrades for wind turbine blades called vortex generators. Last week, we had a major power plant failure in Poland. This coal-fueled plant was able to provide power to a city the size of Toronto. At the same time, the electricity prices went up 3 times in a matter of minutes. It means larger bills to the customers, but also more instant money to wind farm operators. Our solution makes both of these groups happy. Wind farm owners face numerous problems. The stochastic nature of wind is always impacting the energy efficiency. Turns out, wind fluctuations are not converted by turbine rotor evenly. When this happens, less energy is produced and lower is the income of the operator. Second of all, fluctuations always lead to service and repair costs. 1 day of machine downtime is about $1,000 lost in revenue. Finally, it's difficult for the operators to reclaim costs associated with equipment replacement. Machine needs to be put on the grid immediately, but the insurance company rejects that claim. We have the solution to these problems. We invented a small IoT sensor that draws energy from a place of operation. It measures rotor vibrations and sends data wirelessly to our logger device on a nacelle. There, we relay thousands of these measurement sessions to a cloud server where artificial intelligence computations are made. Moreover, we house this IoT inside aerodynamically optimized fins designed to improve flow around the blade, much the same as in airplanes. Even 3% more energy can be extracted. We identified 3 advantages that we bring to the table. The first one is a synergy of our aerodynamic know-how from helicopter background and the possibilities offered by IoT small-scale devices. No one before have thought to combine these 2 virtues in one device. We have patent office that did state-of-the-art analysis for this. Number 2 is 5G networks. They offer lightning-fast transfer times of 40 milliseconds and IoT sharing used to literally make turbines talk to each other. Finally, this is also 3D printing, a vital part of circular economy. Because we 3D print our parts, we never use more material than is needed, and while the parts can be recycled after use. We identified our market as 130,000 turbines in Europe and Northern America. Already today, this is worth $2.3 billion in revenue for us. In terms of revenue streams, we see the biggest potential in sales based on the SaaS model. This revenue stream, shown in orange bars, is growing with the amount of installations we make, signified here by the gray curve. The second revenue stream, the blue bars, is the sales of hardware, which is based on the one-time fee. Based on our estimates, we know that we can reach 1,000 installations in 4 years' time. Today, we seek to cover the cost of the first 2 years of operation and ask for 2 million in exchange for 10% of company shares. And we wait for questions if there might be any. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Questions for WindTech?
Thanks very much for that. Jeff Cormier here. Does your company currently have revenue?
Currently, we are seeking to have the first revenue. We have some small revenue, but from from consulting with wind companies.
Thank you.
And Magic, what is the secret sauce and how differentiated is it?
The secret sauce lies in the device, which is exactly combined of IoT housed inside a 3D printed aerodynamic device that we glue on the blades. And that's a synergy because no one measures the rotor vibrations that way. They either measure it using the condition-based monitoring system, or they are making extra energy. Here you have the two together.
Greg here from Summerside. Is your business model purely a sales and support model, or have you looked at other options as an energy improvement company? Can you look at sharing the improvements on wind turbines?
Sure, yes. Initially, we look into making business with the wind farm operators. That's in the exchange for one-time fee and the SaaS model. But ultimately, what we are after is to sell the voltage generators, these electronic voltage generators, to manufacturers of turbines. Then we use their network sales and just make money from selling that to 5, 6 major companies and use the scale worldwide.
Okay, thank you.
I guess I may have missed this in the pitch, but the actual vibration sensor is in the fin, and is there a, from my understanding, is there a tie-in? Like the fin is not active, or it's just a passive element. Is that correct? And does it? How does the vibration sensor work with the fin? Is that more or less to predict maintenance problems, or is it part of the fin? Improvement in the aerodynamics.
Right, the fin improves the aerodynamics, and inside the accelerometer that we have will measure the blade vibrations. The thing is stuck on the blade, and actually here, I don't know if you can still see my screen. This is the way we envision it. After installation, we have these devices talking to the central logger on a turbine, which then relays that further on to the cloud system. And obviously the operator's wind turbine is service only when needed, and we can avoid failures by knowing what is the normal and what is the extreme operating state.
So they're on the tip of the blade, or the
they are actually, I don't know how well you can see it, these yellow points.
We don't see the screen anymore. Sorry, we turned it off for the Q&A.
Sorry, they are actually on the blades here, this yellow points. Okay. Hopefully you see that just a few of them are electronic. So basically, some are passive, some are active devices, and we can measure. We are ready to do a pilot right now for the vibrations, but we can measure anything from icing through atmospheric lightning events, any extremes that the operator sees as troublesome in the given location.
Okay. And is that
one more question here from Summerside? Just curious on one turbine kind of business model. What's your capital outlay versus expectation of return on the customer's investment? Do you have an idea on the return on investment on the customer side for your product?
Yes, we do. In Europe, we computed that for Europe, this is at the most 1.5 years, an ROE of 1.5 years.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut off the Q&A now to give time for the other teams, but thank you very much. Great presentation. All right, next up we have EcoSync and Technovator. You are on deck. So
Hi,
please welcome EcoSync. Hi, Zsuzsa.
Good afternoon. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yep, I see it, and your 3 minutes starts now.
Excuse me. Hi, my name is Zsuzsa. I'm an engineer. I have a PhD in bioenergy, and I spent my professional life developing green technologies and fighting climate change. In 2017, I joined the University of Oxford as a senior academic, and I was also advising the estate services with their greatest challenge, sustainability. And why is it a challenge for them? The University of Oxford currently creates 78,000 tons of carbon dioxide each year by spending more than 12 million pounds on the energy bills. Also, 70% of the rooms are empty but heated, which means 40% of the energy is wasted. Empty rooms wasting energy is a global issue for all educational institutes, hotels, hospitals, and office buildings, where they are all under growing pressure to reach new efficiency targets each year. The solution is simple: stop heating empty rooms. If you have 70% of the rooms empty, we need to find those which are in use and provide heating for those areas only. How do we do that? We have created a cloud-based energy management platform that can integrate existing building technologies, starting with the room booking system. Those areas not in your room booking system, like your private office, shared office, hallways, corridors, we add our own Wi-Fi-based occupancy detection technology. When you integrate these two technology, you get real-time information on occupancy that you can use to preset the temperature of the right rooms by controlling the individual heating units. Then we hand the control back to the building users in an easy-to-use mobile app form. This is a unique integration of technologies that delivers results and up to 66% certified saving. EcoSync was developed by Oxford scientists and Yale and hardware developers. The energy management market is over 35 billion pounds in North America and Europe, and over 4.4 billion in the UK, with 700% market growth since 2016. We focus on the largest energy consumers, offices, and education sector. After piloting and patenting the technology, we rolled out the first generation last year, and sales picked up immediately, generating 65K revenue. We kicked off the new year with 400K qualified leads, a new CCO joining the team, and conversations with larger clients like the Crown Estates, managing all royal assets in England, and the Parisian Transportation Administration with 400,000 square meter office space in France, PwC, and the global asset management company, Market Bridge. We estimate to break even in 2023 with 10 million ARR by 2025. The next generation of our technology is out in September with more advanced features like remote setup of a building for international market. We are looking for collaborative partners who would like to benefit from the technology, and Summerside was our first choice since we first visited it in 2018 and learned about the Living Lab program. We are looking for fast market validation and international commercialization opportunity. And because less than 1% of commercial buildings are smart, the rest need EcoSync. Thank you.
All right, great job, thank you. Questions for EcoSync?
Thanks very much. Jeff Cormier here. What do you hope for your company to achieve over the next 6 months?
Right now, we are working on a commercial partnership conversation. So this is the next logical step for us to move away from direct sales and work with facilities management companies and asset management companies. We have just signed letter of intents with 2 of these global companies. And then the next, what we are working on is the reseller agreement. So next 6 months is both about rolling out the next generation of our technology in September and the commercial agreements.
Thank you.
One question on your concept, your business model. Is it pure service company contracting per building, or is it more of a performance savings model?
It is a software as a service where we have multiple packages. So we have different pricing models, and we are moving away from the sharing the saving concept with a more simple subscription based on the number of rooms in a building.
So just further to kind of what Greg was asking there, understand that it's a software-based program, but one of the hurdles would be that all rooms aren't controllable. How do you manage that sort of problem?
We bring in the missing controllers. So the majority of the buildings, they struggle with this issue, like heating empty rooms, because of 2 reasons. One is that they don't have location-specific, good quality, granular information on occupancy. And then the other problem is that they don't have the room-by-room level control. When it comes to occupancy detection, we do it without bringing in the sensors. Everyone else is bringing in their IoT devices. We aggregate data, we pull data from the building infrastructure. And for control, we do bring in the missing control. We work with a Germany-based hardware provider, and the controller itself is a heat harvesting device. So no batteries, no maintenance issue, and installation doesn't require any tools. Takes less than 2 hours for a commercial building to install it and have it up and running.
2 hours per room or 2 hours?
2 hours per building.
Okay.
Hey, Zsuzsa, good to see you again. Congratulations on the success. Big problem you're targeting. What is the secret sauce? What's the fundamental differentiator here?
Can I have the screen back, please? Because
Yeah,
I've got
go ahead.
Brilliant, thank you. All right. So to explain what we do differently, let me just kind of summarize quickly what does energy management mean in a building. It's always about three steps: collecting data, use the data for optimization, and then do the actual control. Now, the existing solutions on the market are either the legacy building management systems like the Honeywell, the Siemens technologies. What they do, the data collection is based on preset schedules, so not very flexible. The optimization is so complex that you often need to have an engineering team to sit in the basement and do the optimization for you. And then the control is wired, which makes the system very, very expensive and inflexible. Now, the smart IoT technologies like the Nest, the Hive, the Todo solutions, they use sensors, quite expensive sensors, to collect the data. Optimization is basic, but it's working. But the problem is that the control is done by battery-operated devices with very small communication range. It's just not suitable for commercial buildings. This is a domestic market solution. Now, we at EcoSync, our dynamic energy management platform aggregates data from the existing building infrastructure. So instead of sensors, we pull data from the building, which means that there is no installation issue around the sensors. Installation takes hours instead of days. Then we pull all this data to create the kind of the virtual footprint of the building, and we use IoT technology, machine learning and AI for all the optimization and prediction. And then finally, the control itself is done by LoRaWAN long-range communication technology, so not the standard radio frequency. And we use energy harvesting devices for the control itself, which means no batteries, no installation, no maintenance costs.
I'm going to have to cut you off there. I think you made it almost all the way through. We're out of time. Thank you very much. That was great. And good luck to you. Okay. Technovator, you are up next. And Cedia, you are on deck. All right.
Can you see my screen?
Perfectly. Thank you. It was like lightning. You were super fast. All right. Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you so much. My name is Ruslana and I'm co-founder of Technovator, a quantum leap in wireless charging. Actually, I suppose that everyone faced the situation when our device was dead in not convenient time, and we are going to solve everyone's problems, collaborating with B2B partners and bringing a new wireless charging technology to the market. Our primary market, consumer electronics, where we are planning to take 40% of some market, expanding product line and bring our technology to the different industries such as railway station, bus station, airports, restaurants, hotels, and initial markets, drone, e-scooters, and even active human implants. Based on charging evolution, currently we have wired and wireless charging solution, but they still have significant disadvantages. They can charge single units or couple of low powerful devices, and they require constant and precise positioning. What can be the future with a Technovator? Just imagine you will have such a wireless charging table where it will be possible to charge simultaneously such devices as monitor, laptop, keyboards, mouse, smartphones, smartwatches without any cables. You can freely use your devices while they're charging, and you will completely forget about monitoring the battery level of your devices. Who drives this market? Mostly companies that produce wired and wireless charging solution. But why the Technovator is better? Because we can charge multiple high powerful devices with high efficiency, similar like a use cable, and no contact needed. In our business model, we are planning to start pilot project with companies, then sell license and get a royalty from every sold product, or create joint venture to be the technology provider. We already started collaboration with different companies. We signed several MOU, NDA, LOEs, and based on our financial projections, we do expect to hit up to $5 million revenue mark by the end of 2025. With a team of 3 inventors, 1 co-founder, 6 technical staff, we have also PhD advisors in different scope. We have business, technical, and science expertise in our team. Why we are interested in Canada, we are going to start pilot projects with local companies, start the collaboration with universities, health and energy clusters to create R&D and mini production area. And more important, we are planning to collaborate on North American market from Canada. Help us to be successful in Canada, introduce us to consumer electronics, health and transportation cluster. Thank you for your attention, and I'm ready for your question.
All right, thank you so much. Questions for Ruslana?
Thanks very much for that. What motivates the founders of the company?
Can you repeat once again?
What motivates the founders of the company?
Actually, you know, maybe I also will demonstrate my presentation here. I can tell that more big motivation for us that we know that we have absolutely new unique method of energy transfer, and we are going to bring our technology to the active human implants as well. Currently, people need to go every 5-7 years through the surgical procedures and operation on their organs, but our technology can help humanity and people. With our technology, it will be enough to install only one such implant in human organ, and no need to go through the repeated surgical procedures and operations. Because currently that's the big problem with batteries, and if you know, our heart or brain, very important organ for the human body. It's our mission, and I suppose that it's the best motivator for us that we know that we have absolutely unique technology and our role to bring such technology to the market.
Thank you.
Question here from Summerside for Technovator. Just a question on, you had shown a slide there on the supplier coordination and compatibility. So I was just wondering, a lot of times the devices currently in wireless technology work because the device has already been set up to receive the technology or a standard industry standard. So it sounds like you're trying to change that standard to a better way. And where is your integration or business model? Is it selling the components to the manufacturers of electronics, or is it more providing the gadgets themselves?
Actually, based also in our experience, what we are planning to do, to start mostly a pilot project just to integrate our technology into the existing product to prove that it works. And after that, we can go to sell license. It will be necessary to install our receiving element into the device and also have wireless charging device. For example, if we met some companies that produce different types of consumer electronics, drone, active human implants, it will possible also to organize a joint venture to be technology provider to the different partners. For example, I know that some companies produce different components for the big global companies such as Apple, Dell, Microsoft, Samsung, LG. And we can go like in joint venture business model to be a technology provider to bring our technology to the different product and to increase value of that product that actually we know exactly that company are looking for their clients. They want to have more competitive, intelligent positioning on the market that we can give them with our technology.
Okay, thank you so much. Unfortunately, we're out of time. Jason, if you have a question the next time, I'm going to call on you first because I feel like we always skip yours. All right, so Cedia, you are up next, and Wilhelm, you are on deck. All right, we see your slides. Take it away.
Hello, my name is Artur from Cedia, from Poland. 70% of world's population is going to live in cities by 2025. Nothing new in this number, but challenges that cities are facing are growing, and we touched the existing problems, including unprofitable public transportation, CO2 emissions, suboptimal waste disposal. And Cedia is a smart tech company offering off-grid infrastructure. Our unique off-grid energy management system helps cities to do green transformation and save time and money on construction work, and makes the smart architecture in the city portable because it's off-grid. We already have our first smart solar bench in Toronto. In this photo, you can see the head of Polish Investment and Trading Agency in Canada. We did create solar info kiosk. It works great in touristic places. Our trash can measure the level of the waste and helps to optimize garbage truck driving roads. And smart bus shelter with energy storage is delivering energy for the chargers, lightning, e-paper, timetables, and more. And our latest super hot product, world's first solar chargers for e-scooters and e-bikes, will civilize the cooperation between cities and sharing companies. But let's dive deeper. The heart of CTIA's technologies in CTIO, a flexible cloud platform for managing smart cities. It's used for remote control, live connection with off-grid solar products that I mentioned, managing real-time data, CO2, smoke, temperature, crowd, multimedia, management, and it has open API, which allows integration of external city systems. The market of the smart city technology was worth almost $100 billion in 2019, and it expected to grow 30% year to year. We do not promise, we deliver. We are present in 30 countries, in 100 cities. We do have competitors, like on this slide, companies creating, for example, smart solar benches, also competitors in different sectors, but none of them looks at solving cities' problems in such a holistic way, we believe, as CDIA does. And we are a team of 19 super smart engineers and non-engineers, and including my partner, Peter, Forbes 30 under 30. And we believe that Summerside and CDIA, people are super open-minded, and we are willing to lead the green revolution to achieve net zero climate emission by 2040 with you. And thank you. Yeah.
All right, with a few seconds to spare. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, questions for Artur and CDIA.
I guess I would like to understand what the you stressed it being an off-grid technology, or is that meaning that you wouldn't use the energy that's harvested from the various infrastructures that you're talking about there to go back onto a point that's connected to the grid? You're just using for charging or whatnot, and if so, how does the park bench work into that sort of model?
Yes, sure. So park bench has a solar panel, and as other products, it's full of grid. We do not connect any of our products to the grid. So so I hope this is the answer to your question.
I guess I don't know what you do with the energy in the park bench.
So we of course we have the batteries inside, or for example, in this bench in the park, we have a battery. So we store the battery, and people can use the battery for charging the mobile phones. The bench has a Wi-Fi built in. It has also like multimedia. You can upload like a voice to the bench, and it can be next to like touristic attraction and can tell you when you pass the bench where you are and what can you see, as an example.
Okay, thank you.
Well, what's the business model just on this bench? What do you actually sell? What's the differentiation? How do you make money?
Mm-hmm. So we sell products. So it's like one payment for the product, and then we sell SaaS services. This as in CTIO platform, we have like 5 products there. Basic solution is for communication with the product. So you can upload, for example, timetable on the bus shelter. You can change the colors. You can take the data from the bus shelter, including, for example, CO2 emissions and how many people pass the bus shelter. So this is just example, and this is a SaaS-based second part of the income.
We have time for one last question.
Thank you for that. These various products, do you have a source of supply or manufacturing agreements in place?
Yes, we do not manufacture, we do assembly, but we have partners who are manufacturing. We do produce ourselves the electronics, and we do assembly. And we also develop ourselves the software. So we are, let's say, in-house, we do software and electronics, all the boxes, let's say, let's call it that way, they are outsourced.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much to the CEDIA team. Okay, now we have Wilhelm, you are up, and Heat Venters, you are on deck. Okay, we can see your screen. Your clock starts now. We don't hear you.
Sorry, no. Okay, it's okay now?
Now we can hear you, yeah.
Okay, sorry. Good morning, this is Wilhelm. Our motto is use it, compost it. We wanted to find a solution to
Sorry, we don't see your screen though now. We just hear you.
Sorry. Okay. Okay, now?
Yep, I can see and hear.
Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
So good morning, this is Wilhelm. Our motto is use it, compost it. We wanted to find a solution to fight plastic pollution, which causes irreversible damage to the environment. Just in Canada, no, it doesn't, okay. Just in Canada, 3 million tons of plastic waste arise per year, and only 9% out of it is recycled. According to a study, at least 1% ends up in our natural environment. It also reveals the problematics of microplastics which enter into the ecosystem and end up in our proper body. Our idea was to change this. We have developed our new raw material. You can see the granulates on the upper small image. It contains only natural elements like hemp fiber and cornstarch. We started to produce cutleries made of these granulates, but they could also replace other plastic items. So we can produce anything out of it. Because we believe in the circular economy, we also recollect them after use, even with food waste, and we compose them in industrial circumstances. Our products are reusable, and at the end of their lifetime, they don't harm the environment. They are 100% compostable. We made a small research on the Canadian market, and we found out that we have a competitive price and many advantages over our competitors. Our business model is mainly B2B. We are already present in a Hungarian retail chain countrywide, and we have several small reseller partners, but we would like to open up to the Canadian market as well. It has many advantages for us, like the changing regulations. Single-use plastic products will be banned, and there is a high demand for alternative solutions starting from this year. In Canada Plastics Pact, compostability and circular economy are key issues, and the target is to change completely by 2025. We produce now forks, knives, straws, and we are currently developing new products like spoons, cups, bowls, and plates. We are planning to enter the Canadian market by the end of autumn, and at the beginning of next year, we would like to have reseller partners or agents, and in the later on to move our production to Canada in order to decrease our carbon footprint. Our team is Shama, Gergő, and me. We have started our journey 2 years ago, but we know each other for more than 20 years. Thank you for your attention, and we are happy to answer your questions.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Questions for the Wilhelm team?
I've got one for Summerside. Just curious on the time to compost on the products compared to other, with the new product and changing with the hemp product. What's your compostable time frame?
Yes, thank you very much. This is Shoma talking now on behalf of Wilhelm. So composting time is more or less the same as in the case of PLA. That means in industrial circumstances, let's see, 28 days. it's already started and it falls in several parts. The advantage of PLA fibers is the degradation itself. So, I mean, it's more controlled. I mean, the parts of falling apart are more the same, and that's why it's different. But not the time. The time is compared to PLA is more or less the same.
You mentioned, Wayne here, you mentioned in your literature and also your presentation, this notion of full cycle where you're actually collecting the waste pieces and delivering them to the compost. How important is that to you? And is that scalable as you get bigger?
Yes, it depends on our partners. For example, if it's a festival or if it's a, let's say, restaurants, depending on these partners, I believe that it's possible to collect it separate because we have totally different color and different material. And that's why we were thinking in a model that so once in each month we bring the new products and then we can bring the used products. And yes, it's a question of logistics, or it's in a case of in a festival, for example, then it's possible to cooperate with the organizers of the festival and to collect separate this garbage, and then we can cooperate also with another partner who can help us in this industrial composting case. So that's also one of our tasks to find partners in Canada. We already do have in Hungary, for example, so that's what we can solve here. But we believe that we could find industrial composting partners in Canada as well.
Last question.
Just for clarity's sake, then this couldn't be part of the regular compost stream. Then it would have to be handled separately to that. Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, we have all the certificates that it can be composted in industrial circumstances, and we believe that we can make negotiations with the authorities whether or not it can be part of the green waste in Canada, because we believe it can be. And since there is this pact, for example, this plastics pact in Canada, and the authorities are open for alternative solutions, and we believe that this can be a part of this green waste.
Yes, just in Hungary, it doesn't exist for the moment. So that's why we started to think about recollecting for us.
Great. Interesting stuff. Thank you very much. All right. That was the Wilhelm team. Thank you. Now we have Heat Ventors, and on deck is Less Industries.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rita, CEO and co-founder of Heat Ventors. And
are you going to share some slides? Okay, there we go.
Yes, you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, great. So our product Heat Tank is the new generation of thermal energy storage systems which saves energy, money, and space. Back in the day, heat is stored by changing the temperature of the water. Instead of water, we use special biomaterials called phase change materials. By changing the phase, like melting and solidification, we can reduce storage volume by 90%. Combining this technology with our patented heat exchanger surface, we save at least 20 to 50% energy with a payback time within 3 to 5 years. Our product consists of 3 parts. We have a patented structure and we manufacture it with an international manufacturer. The hardware and software parts of our control system is also patented and made by us. The third part is the phase change material, where we have many different suppliers for the different materials from Europe and from Asia for the different materials. But we are always working with materials which are safe for the environment, not toxic and not dangerous in an energy system. Compared to the water storage, Heat Tank is smaller in size and usable for cooling as well. Compared with other phase change storages, Heat Tank is more efficient thanks to the patented structure, and we have faster return on investment. Our product is usable to store the heating and cooling energy as well, but now we are focusing on the cooling solutions, and our main target segments are commercial buildings, data centers, and telecommunication sites. Cooling systems are working with changing efficiency. At night, when the outside temperature is low and the efficiency is high, we generate more cooling energy, store it, and later when the efficiency is bad during the day, We turn off the cooling system and use the pre-stored energy. Also, we can use the price difference between peak and off-peak periods and free cooling. Besides energy saving, heat tank increases operational safety, provide continuous availability, and better certification. We have 3 different business models. We sell our product B2B, or is it like an ESCO model? And in case of a B2C product, we license our technology to other companies. The manufacturing of our product takes 1 week, and the installation is very easy. A normal plumber can do it. The pilot with Summerside could be our market entrance to the North American market, which is a perfect market for us because the electricity price is similar than here in Hungary. We could use more free cooling, which means even better return on investment. And also the system integration is very easy. We offer a tested product for the city, and also we are looking for partners to help with installation and distribution. We already have 6 soil systems, 2 for data center cooling, 1 for office building cooling, and 1 for gas engine heat recovery here in Hungary, and 1 for district heating system in Italy, and 1 for hotel building cooling in Indonesia, with an average payback time with 3.5 years. Heat tank, the cool way to store heat.
All right, thank you so much. Questions from our jury for Rita? Yeah, Greg.
Quick question on customer acquisition and retention. So
yes.
I know Summerside has a program very similar for e-storage, and we have a lot of effort goes into customer acquisition to that sale. So I was interested to hear your business model from manufacturer to installation and to get the customer to invest in the technology.
Yes, so we made the manufacturing here in Hungary, but also we are looking for manufacturers for a different part of the world. The installation is very easy. We have our all team for installation here in Hungary, but we also made installation with the subcontractors in Italy and in Indonesia, so it is not a problem.
So your plan would be to have agencies represent your products to have customers, so you provide sales into that agency?
Yes, so in a new country, we will do the first 1 to 3 sales by our sales team to learn more the country and learn the customers. And in parallel, we are looking for distributors and agents.
Jason.
Hey, Rita, what is the secret sauce? I guess I keep asking the same question to everybody. What actually is differentiated here and how is it protected?
Mm-hmm. So our secret sauce is our patented heat exchanger surface. So there are a lot of phase change material storages in the world, but there are 2 problems with it. Either they are too expensive or the performance of the storage is very, very less. But with our extended heat exchanger surface, our product is not so expensive, but our performance is very high.
I guess my question is kind of around that performance. Can you quantify that around kilowatt hours per cubic meter, and what's the output rate, like watts per cubic meter? And are you phase changing at the specific temperature that you're trying to heat, such as the boiler temperature, and therefore you need 2 systems, 1 for cooling and 1 for heating, or is it 1 system does both?
Mm-hmm. So 1 system can store the heat or the cooling energy on 1 specific temperature. We are using many different materials in a range of -30 to plus 120 Celsius degree. And we have 2 standard products. One is 1 cubic meter, which has 25 kilowatt hour capacity and 100 kilowatt performance. And our biggest product is 2 cubic meters. It has 50 kilowatt hour capacity and 200 kilowatt performance.
All right. Thank you so much, Rita and Heat Venters.
Thank you.
Okay. Last but not least, it's Les Industries. This is going to be our final presentation for today. So Sebastian, when you're ready, pull up your slides. All right, take us home.
Can you see my presentation?
Yeah,
Can you
it
hear
looks
my
great.
audio? Perfect.
We hear you, see you. You're good to go.
I know what you said about last but not least, less. It's a little good game of war. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Let me take my time so I don't overtalk. Hello, everybody. My name is Sebastian. I'm co-founder of Less Industries, and today I'm going to talk about power lines. Power lines are a non-digital asset, vastly geographical distributed. That means power lines are everywhere and are a black box. We don't know what's going on with them. And the problem is the weather is changing. We have tornadoes that destroy the poles. We have excess of ice deposit in Germany that make the towers fall. And also, customers are changing. Customers used to be consumers and now are using solar panels and injecting energy in line. And that's make our lines less resilient. So that's how we create SentrySense. SentrySense allows us to know when and where a problem will happen. It is a sensor installed on the line that sends data to the cloud and allows us to understand what is going on with those cables. The market that we're targeting is huge. There are more than 36 million kilometers of power lines worldwide. It's not possible for us to reach that huge market. So what we are signing distribution agreements to sell in different countries our product. Something interesting, the customers are concentrated. Generally speaking, 4 customers per country holds 75% of the market. Our business model is clear. We sell the sensor and we charge a subscription fee for processing that data. We have customers. Since 2016, we have been working, for example, with the largest power transmission company in Chile. So far, we have more than 250 devices installed. We have a letter of intention for selling the product in more than 30 countries. We have patent pending technology, and we have tested our technology in laboratories to certify that it's safe to install it in a high voltage power line. The main feature, the key differentiator that I love that you love to ask the question is the unique technology for monitoring and measuring the mechanical movement of the line. And with that information, we benchmark the health of the conductor. Also, we are able to scale quickly this sensor. It has a technology that in less than 5 minutes you can install it or disinstall it, and it's designed to last for years in the power line with zero maintenance. The most important about our founders is that we have been working together for more than 10 years, developing products and delivering projects all around the world. And we have built a distributed world-class team. We are working remotely even before this coronavirus situation make us working from home. Canada is important for us because of the different weather challenges, because it's a huge country and the maintenance cost to go to the field and inspect the power lines is expensive, and because it's an early adopter country. I was talking with a manager in Cisco, and he told me that first product, when they want to launch the product, they go to Canada first, and then they roll it to the world. And to close, I need 2 things from you. We are looking for investors, and we are looking for customers. So as I always say, we are less. Help us to be more. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Questions for Les?
Thanks very much for that, Jeff Cormier here. What does your company hope to achieve over the next 6 to 12 months?
We are closing partnerships, and also we are closing our pilots into size. We have running several pilots with large power transmission and distribution companies, and we want to fulfill our customers' expectation and make those pilots money in our bank.
Thank you.
Hey, Sebastian, where do you think this problem that you're targeting ranks, in terms of, on top of mind from, utility CEOs? I'm asking in the context, we just funded a company that uses satellite imagery to figure out where vegetation needs to be cut back to avoid wildfire, which is, of course, huge on executives' lists. So where does this sit?
Satellite, what you mentioned about using satellite images is really cool, and also we are integrating that to our portfolio of solutions. But the point is, when you want to prevent bushfires, it's more important to understand what is happening on the cable. For example, in California, this is happen every year. You have a strong wind, it makes the cable start moving, then the cable gets damaged, it falls, and there is a spark, and that spark ignites the fire. So what we do is we monitor the movement on the cable. No matter if you have a weather station measuring the wind speed, we know what is happening on the cable. And once we detect that the cable is moving in a way that is risky, we trigger an alarm. So that's allow the power utility to turn off the energy in that specific section. We wait until the movement go away, and then you restart the supply if there is no issue. If there is an issue, you also will know it, and you can send the crew to the specific location to solve it.
Very interesting. Yeah, we should talk later. Thank you.
Jason.
I guess I'm not quite sure, beyond just being able to turn off the power, is there any other preventative elements that you can do to help mitigate the risk of failure of the physical line itself? Understand it's bad to have it break when there's electricity going through it, but you can't change the weather.
Oh, that's really good. But there are many other things that you can do in advance. For example, let me tell you a situation in Australia that we are going on right now. There was a bushfire. The bushfire damaged the line, but the line is still working. But you need to assess if you need to replace or not that power line. Replacing that power line will cost more or less 50 million Australian dollars, which is almost the same as Canadian dollar. And taking a 50 million decision is quite an expensive one. So with our technology, you can install the sensor, assess if it is required or not to change the line. And if the line is okay, you don't change it and you save $50 million.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much to the LESS team for taking us home. We are going to close out the pitches now. So thank you so much. We heard from 9 amazing companies. I think we're going to have our work cut out for us with the jury trying to figure out who's the winner here. So thank you so much to all of the startups for your excellent pitches. At this time, we're going to split out. I'm going to pass the word to my co-host here, Kata, who is going to, you'll be in good hands. She's going to take you through the networking portion. And jury, you and I are going to be invited shortly now into a breakout room. So I will meet you over there. So thank you. And everybody else, you have Kata, take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to invite you to join me in the networking session, which will be in a separate software we need to go over, but wait until just 1 second. I'm trying to get back the screen to tell you the few basics. Yes, 1 second, my presentation closed. So I put the link already in the chat. I will be waiting for you there. The matches will be automated. You just need to choose whether you are a startup or you are a mentor. Okay, can you see my screen now? Yeah. And there will be 5 one-on-one conversations, each 5 minutes long. So the link is already in the chat. I'll be waiting for you there, and here my colleagues Julie and Angi will help you out if you have any difficulties. You just need to fill in the details, your name and whether you are a partner or a startup, and then click on the join event button, and I will be there.
Yes.
See you soon. Hi, everyone. I'll wait just a minute. So for everyone is arriving. I see Sebastian from Dansk, Ville from Budapest, Maciej. Yeah, people are joining. I will be answering all your questions. You can ask anything in the chat. Feel free. And as you can see, there will be 5 rounds of networking sessions. Hi, Ruslana. Nice to have you here. Akos.
It's Jason. Am I supposed to be clicking on something or staying in this room to join the jury members?
Yes, you're supposed to join the
Okay.
the room.
Room 1 then? Okay,
Yes.
got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Akash. I've just muted Zoom. I was still there.
Is there anyone else who wants to join the networking session? Because if so, then please click on the link below in the chat, and then you will be able to join the networking part as well.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
We'll wait a little bit. I'm just letting some more people in. We had so much
Did you enjoy the networking
session that yeah. It was hard to leave the platform, so.
We were a little jealous in the jury, all by ourselves, but we had a great discussion.
All by yourself, the 7
all by ourselves, not getting to chat.
I can imagine. It was awesome. Thank you, Martin, for the feedback. I'm handing to, yeah, I'm going to mute myself. It's all yours, the floor.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for your patience. Do you think we can get going, Kata? Is most people back? All the startups should be back, at least. Okay. Okay, so drum roll, please. It was a difficult decision. We went back and forth, and actually, I think what Mike said is really true. There's no losers. So we took a lot of notes, and we may be reaching out to more companies than just the 3 that we've selected here to win the event. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. So 2 runners up. We have 2 runners up who are, the prize is a mentoring package from the Summerside Exchange Program. We have 2 companies, WinTech and EcoSync. Congratulations. Yay. All right, so thank you. Great job. We will be in touch with you to coordinate the details of your mentoring after the event. So thank you so much. All right, and now the moment you have all been waiting for. The final, the winner who we've selected for this edition of Pitch and Bridge Summerside is Petalites. Woohoo! Yay! So, Petalites team, are you still here? We'd love to hear from you. Your acceptance speech, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
Technology due diligence, you will be accepted into the Summerside Exchange Program.
Yes, thank you very much. I hope you can all hear me. Yes, I really appreciate of that. And thank you for your time and effort and the judges panel. And yeah, please let me know anything that you would like me to provide in order to help promote it. And no, I'm very chuffed.
Great. Well, thank you. Great presentation. Congratulations to you and the Petalite team. And yes, we'll definitely be in touch. We'd love to see and validate some of this black magic that you've talked about. But if it's as good as you say, then we see a bright future ahead for you in Summerside. So thank you so much.
Awesome. And just in case the judges were wondering, it's independently verified black magic. So
all right. Great. Okay, we have one last thing to do before we send you on your way. We'd love to take a group screenshot of everybody. So if you, whoever's comfortable, go ahead and turn on your video, fix your hair, get pretty, and just give us a wave here. Thank you for joining us today for our pitch and bridge. All right, just keep smiling. We got a lot of people, thankfully. We're just gonna take a couple screenshots here. Cheese, all right, excellent. So thank you so much. A huge thank you again to everybody. I'm super happy, satisfied with this event. It's always a little bit risky. You know, we're getting all these people all over the world and we sometimes don't have a chance to meet. Not any of us had a chance to meet in person, obviously this time around, but I'm super impressed. I think startups, you did a great job. Thank you. Thank you to the mentors. I know a big part of that is your work. So thank you so much for helping prepare them. Thank you to all of our partners who joined in and supported us for this event. Big thanks to Mike and the Summerside Exchange and all of our board members and mentors who are here joining us. That's a wrap. So thank you so much. We'll be in touch with the winning teams about your prizes. And if anybody else is interested and wants to take this event to your ecosystem, get in touch with us. So thank you so much, everybody. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for the great work.
Thank you.
Especially the time keeping the time.
Yes.
Oh, I just wanted to say amazing, like, 3 minutes overall.
That is.
Yeah, and you guys all made the job easy, actually. So
you got born for this. It's not something you can. Take care.
Take care. Thanks, Akush. Cheers. Thank you, Linda. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Cheers, everybody. Okay.
Stephen Ball is just coming back.
Oh, he is.
We still have some.
We still have a couple. Shoma and Judith are still here too. Hey, Stephen. We just finished up.
How'd it go? I missed it, sorry.
Oh, you just joined.
I saw the pictures. I missed the announcement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was great. EcoSync and WinTech were the runners-up, and Petalite took the first prize.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
What did you think?
Oh, I thought it was excellent. Those were really good companies.
Yeah. It's always, the day or two before, we're always kind of like, here goes. But everybody really showed up and did a great job. So
yeah, you had good judges too. Those guys were good.
Yeah, they were really good. Yeah, I think with both of these pitch and bridges we've done so far, we had great dialogue with the jury, which really makes it more dynamic.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, Stephen. We'll be in touch about next steps. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. So I guess Judith and Shoma just walked away, maybe. Stayed logged in.
Good job. Yeah, I think it was amazing. We kept it on time.
Yeah, barely.
Right, yeah.
And it's actually good we had somebody drop at the last second, because we probably would have
just take the credit for it, Mary. Just
I'm an amazing moderator. Yeah.
we still have 2 people.
I think we can stop recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll cut.